Good afternoon, this is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com, and today I'm going over the market. I'm going to do a market review today. I meant to do this over the weekend and was so busy I didn't have time. But it's good that I'm doing it today to see how we closed today. Interesting close here that I'm looking at. Didn't go back and look at the market until just now here to see how we closed, so I have to take a look at this. But I will give you my overall view on this and then look exactly at the specifics of how we closed today. So Friday, we did a bullish gap up and rallied up to a number here at 68.13. Now, on the surface, this looks like this means we're continuing higher. And this morning, before we opened, I said in my market call in my trading room, in my live trading room, was we need to follow through now. Today, green. We need to trade green today and follow through green and go over Friday's high and have 3 green days. We didn't do it. We did not get over Friday's high. We did not trade over Friday's high. We traded in a tight range, neutral range today. Spent most of the day in a bearish range, which I'll go over. Chilled my shorts today, by the way. However, we didn't make it over Friday's high, and we didn't close green. I've been saying for a long time that when we broke above this space, we were higher, and broke below it, we were lower. I also said something else, if you listen close to all my videos, how we had to do it, how we absolutely had to do it to know that it was real. We needed to gap over all of this and run green. We didn't do that Friday. I felt that if we were lower, we would trade into the lower, into the break of the base, and trade down here on live action on the day. Not the up direction, but in the down direction. This is a gap up. It's not a high quality one. Okay? It's just not. It's not good enough. We didn't set up in the way that I wanted this to, and therefore, I'm going to look at it the same way I've been looking at everything, with a fine-tooth comb, with a tiny, tiny, tiny little microscopic comb. Friday was a rally into resistance, and I'll tell you exactly where it was because I went back and found it this morning in my room. There. So we rallied up to resistance on Friday, and the way that it played out, the long that was there on Friday played out in the form of something that looks like that anyways, which I'll go back and look at the Friday's trading, how this set up. And then I'll look at today. So this is really tough going for people that aren't looking at this at microscopic levels because they're getting chopped up here. And you're not knowing for sure what to do if you're just waiting for the market's clue. This didn't set up the way I wanted it to. Traded above it. We need to follow through on this today, and we didn't. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to follow through tomorrow, but it's choppy. And my call on this, because we didn't do what we really should have done here to be strong, to have a strong move up. This didn't set up right, all right? Therefore, my call on this, on the market, is if we carry through up here, all it is a rally back to resistance here, and then we're coming in again. All right. I wanted to see a nice bullish gap with a clean sweep to carry through and break over these guys up here at 70.58. It's not how this is setting up. All right. And I'm not so sure. I wouldn't be surprised with anything at this point if we actually go red tomorrow, down back into this range here again. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if that's what we did tomorrow. All right. The way that we traded today, which I'll go over in a minute. I still think we come back down in here at some point before we go higher. All right. And if we do carry off and lift off here, it goes nowhere. That's my take on it. That's my call. So we'll see what it does. That's how I'm reading it. If people wanted to come in and do real full throttle buying to push the market higher, it has had every opportunity to do it, and it should have carried through today, and it didn't. Why? It doesn't matter. It didn't. That's all that matters. All right. So I do not think that everybody in the world is getting excited about buying. If you didn't get long on the open on Friday, you had no move long. It happened in 30 minutes. Hit it off the rest of the day and every chance in the world to go higher. This is not a good entry here, okay, but around the 1:45, 2 o'clock time frame, should have gone higher, plenty of time to push off and plenty of room to go. Plenty of room to go higher. All right, this made no move after this initial push into the morning and just was flat the whole day. And had plenty of time to go higher. And couldn't do it. No buying came in here to move it. And try to get over here at 68.13 here. Try to get over here at 68.13 here. Try to get over at 68.13 here and couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So when I saw this morning where we're gapping and opening, where's 9:30 here, I said, you know what? I don't think we're going over that number today. And then I found the number there, which was resistance. And I said, we're either going to be red today or neutral, meaning we come in and then we trade up. And that's what we did today. We were red most of the day. And into this point here, I said, well, we might break over, we might do it, but you know what? This is actually the place where we need to hold, okay? If we are not going to go higher and do a 15-minute sell setup, and lo and behold, we did hold. We did not go higher, and we did the 15-minute sell setup at 11:15. I felt that we needed to run up and break over this by noon at the latest. Major reversal time, 12 o'clock. It looked like we might do it here. It was a little bit of a fake out here that like we were going to hold. I didn't see it that way. And, of course, then at noon, we actually triggered to come in lower. Didn't break under this gap here that happened on Friday, but it doesn't matter. I think tomorrow we're either neutral in this range again, or we actually break under this gap and come in like down to here. Yeah, we'll have to see where we open tomorrow, but I think that's probable. Not any econ really out tomorrow, so the market's going to do its own thing. And when I saw this topping tail on the 60-minute that happened here at 11 o'clock, that's why my bias was staying then bearish for the 15-minute chart to do a 50-minute sell, because we should have triggered higher there and didn't. And if we were going to lift off, we should have continued through there, and then we did a topping tail and came in. Let me just look at the 60-minute here. So choppy. So choppy. All right, let's go look at Friday's trading on the Qs, and then we'll look at today's. Okay, Friday was the 8th. No, the 7th? No, the 8th. Hold on. Okay, this is what I'm looking at for Friday morning. Friday morning, we opened here, was a gap up, held the low of the day, which was nice, good. If you didn't get long in here, which is aggressive, you never got long. No entry here paid you any money after that. And I didn't look at any long gaps or bullish gaps to see what played out on Friday, because that's not what I do. But you didn't get any play in any of this in the market the rest of the Friday day. You were suffering if you got in these things. Waiting to go, fake out. Waiting to go, not going anywhere. Waiting to go, can't do it. Waiting to go, looks like it's going to do it. No. Didn't do it. So this to me, although it looks like a big move, if you didn't get in on the open aggressively, you didn't get any play in here. And this isn't like some crazy move, by the way. This is 30 cents. All right. 30 cents. I'm seeing way too much stuff that looks like not buying. All right. Real buying is strong. It's green. It's unquestionable. Okay? Here's an example. Look at this chart. Where was the last time we had real buying in this chart? I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. Jesus, a long time so I can find any. Where are the big green bars? Where are the big green bars? It's a series of big green bars here, but they're not even big. The biggest green bar I see is here. This is back in September. And then this one here with a series of green bars. But it was right before we fell off. Look at that. Interesting. How would you have known we weren't going to continue here by this gap? It's a bearish gap. And followed through the next day. Look at it. This is how people get trapped. Everybody thinks we're lifting off here. It looks great. Comes back in and pulls in right away. Okay, fine. Lifts off here. Should carry through. Doesn't do it. On this bearish gap, you got to be out right away. This is what happens when people take entries like this, and then this is everybody that's late. Okay, they think this looks good. Oh, it's going to go. And everybody that's late novice people that don't know how to read charts right are getting in on all these little guys up here. And that's fine. It could continue going, but it doesn't. You got to get out right away here in this guy. And if you're not out there, you got to get out here. You know, I don't see any good examples of buying in this chart to show you in the Qs with a nice series. I'll have to, let me look at Netflix here just to show you what I mean. I just want to show you what I mean about power, because I just don't see it in the market here on the long side. Let's look at Netflix. Hold on quick. And then I'll go look at the chart from this morning in the Qs. All right, so this chart is loading. I'm just trying to show you an example of power in the direction of a buy of a bullish move. That's what I want to show you an example of. And this is more like what I'm talking about here, where it has a move where there's green before the gap, an enormous move up. It holds itself and then does more buying even still after that, and then still is lifting off. If you look at this, the move here from 100, this almost doubled in price. Look at that. Unbelievable. It's doubled in price in less than 2 weeks. Beautiful. That's proof of power of people buying a stock. All right. And I'm not seeing that in the market. I'm just not seeing that. Okay. Just not seeing that. So caution is the word of the day in the market, and it's been for the last month and a half. And if you don't play specialty plays like I do, you are getting chopped to bits and pieces. So be careful what you do. I play bearish professional gaps. I have a 26-point rating system I use to decide what to trade in the day, and I've had a good February so far. I did say January was tough, although I was profitable. And I did also say, you know what, February is going to be really good. I just have a feeling February is going to be really good. And you know what, February has been really good. You know, and it didn't really matter what the market's been doing, quite frankly. And I get most of my play and stuff in the morning anyways. And this thing was red all morning. I just have a feeling we're going to break under this week. I don't think we're going to hold this gap at all. It's weak. It's nothing. And we should have carried through today. Have to see how we open tomorrow. Where are we gapping right now? Actually, let me see. Yeah, we're just gapping, like just hanging on here. All right, let's look at this morning then. This morning, okay. Just go look. So the market in the morning had a chance to continue higher and didn't do it. Wait, I'm all the way back at the 8th. Hold on. Okay. All right, here we are. This is today. We popped right up, did a 1-minute low. Immediately, you could have entered right there to short the market. And if you did, you get a nice drop into here. All right, nice drop into here with a 5-cent stop. You know, it was an entry. You can take it. Why? Your bias is the market's going to come in because it didn't continue up in there. Look at this chart here if I make it bigger. Do you see that? This was Friday. Popped up to this 200 on the 1 minute. Set up right away is boom. Down in here. Nice little trade. All right? Nice little trade in there. Got to be out though into the 10 o'clock reversal time. Looked like it was setting up again. Just retested resistance up here. Came in again. Could have broke under the low Friday. Didn't do it. But that's fine. Retested up here again. Set up again. Now it moved up higher. All right? Let's just follow this through. Yeah, look at this thing today. Look at this thing today. This was the rally into 11 o'clock. Let me just make this chart as big as I can here to see these areas. Make it clearer for myself. I'm sticking with my bias. Sticking with it here. This is all we did. This was this morning. Came in. Went right back up there, though, still into the close. I know it looks green, but we went just right back up to resistance there in the close. There it is. There it is. There it is. Right there it is. This is all the trading from today, and this is Friday, late in the day. So it's setting itself. It's what I called setting itself. It's setting itself there. It's set an area now today. It's getting stronger and stronger. All right. And we should have had follow through today long, and we didn't. And we just didn't do it. And the SPYs are due for a pull-in anyways. So the SPYs could very easily come in and still be bullish. I'm still not looking at the Qs as bullish. Sorry, people. And everybody that likes to go long looks at it this way. I think the chart is problematic for either direction. And although it looks like we were going to continue higher with Friday's green bar and the fact that it held, it ran up in 30 minutes and halted. Flatlined the rest of the day. Had plenty of time to move higher, couldn't do it. Had enough of a rest time that a move like that should precede a breakout, not a breakdown where it just falls, okay, which is what happened today. That basing, okay, that happened all day Friday. Let's look at it here. Wait. Let's get to the 15. Pretend you didn't see today. All this that happened Friday is getting ready to do what? Break out. It's a rest, breakout. If it's resting and doesn't break out Friday, it should have done it today. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. It's had plenty of time to rest. Instead, it opens and falls. It's like it's exhausted. It can't get a lift. Just can't. We need three green days in a row of trading green and holding the green to continue higher. Otherwise, all Friday was a rallying to resistance at a number which I showed you. And even if we continue now by doing dinky days in between of neutral body bars and continue higher, it just goes up to one resistance level, which I pointed out there. And I don't think we break over that 70-50 area. And that isn't good for the Qs. And that isn't good for people that want to be long, that are going to be sucked into this, thinking that this is going to be real, and it's not going to be real. It's going to be a rally into resistance. In fact, let me just look at this. In fact, a nice rally into this solid resistance area here would set up nicely for a short for the market to come down for the year 2013. Be extra specially solid if it did that. Really solid. Don't want to see this come back all the way up here to come in for 2013. And I'm starting to think it's not going to. That's my call. I am actually doing a specialty class, a specialty series on trading psychology, and the first class in this series is going to be February 24th. It's a half-day course. The fee for it is $350, and you will receive 1 month free in the Stock Switch Trading Room for the month of March if you decide to sign up for that class on February 24th. So it's a good deal because the cost for my monthly trading room is $250 for non-students. So it's a 2-for-1 deal I'm running for the specialty class on trading psychology, and the topic is wealth manifestation. It is an amazing topic. It's an amazing class, and I wrote it, and I'm going to be teaching it on February 24th. So if you're interested in that information and information on my live trading room where I call the market and live gap calls in the morning, pre-market, starting at 8 a.m. till every day till noon, feel free to contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. The trading psychology class I'm doing, though, this first in this series, is very exciting. There's such a need for this among traders and just people in general. I can't wait. I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm so excited to be doing it, to be teaching the class, and to be setting up a series like this. So email me if you're interested in signing up. The class is called Wealth Manifestation. It's February 24th. It's a half-day course for $350. And if you're interested, email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. This is the market update for February 11th, and have a great night, everybody.